What's up, y'all? It's your boy Kane, man. We here, Panda Sneaker Talk once again, episode 3. You know what's going on. Today we got Charles Bell. Welcome, my man. Welcome.
Sneaker guy.
Sneaker guy. Oh my God. We're gonna get straight into it, man. I got some questions. I want to know. I'm pretty sure everybody want to know. What got you? Well, my first question. What got you into the sneaker game?
Man, so I'm an 80s baby.
Okay.
Sneakers game for me, I got a brother that's 12 years old and one that's 8. So I remember seeing my older brothers rock J's, right? And I ain't really, my mom wasn't buying that type of stuff. But really what took me over the top was I hoop, like everybody else, right? You know, in the 80s, we ain't had the internet.
Right.
So marketing was real. So I remember going out to the court, right, playing, and then getting a new pair of sneaks thinking I could jump 2 inches high, right? And getting the first pair of Jordans and that being the first time that I touched the net, you know what I'm saying? So like, for me getting into it like that, I mean, those was my idols. You only had like 25 channels, so if I see Jordan, the first time I ever saw a basketball game, Jordan was dunking on Ewing.
For real?
Swear to God. So I'm like maybe 5 years old or something like that, because I was born in 83, so this had to be like maybe 88, and I remember sitting downstairs with my pops, him watching the game on little color TV, not a big joint, and just seeing Jordan go nuts and being like, oh, that's crazy, and then noticing his shoes, because that was like the first time that you saw things that was completely different in terms of just the styling of
Especially back then, yeah.
100%. So I'm like, oh, that man can fly. Right. So if I get me a fresh pair of shoes, I'm gonna be able to fly. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what got me into it.
That's crazy because I remember like growing up hooping. That's really why I started like kind of collecting shoes because I wanted to look fly on the court.
Fact.
It wasn't really about
AI did it for me. AI like.
See, I ain't really watched too much AI growing up.
Man,
I was a Kobe fan.
Him and Melo was my guys.
I did like Melo. Melo had some crazy P's too.
For sure.
He definitely did.
He definitely did.
AI was my guy too. So I remember, like when I was in middle school, I ain't had the AIs, but I had the Reebok, like the color toe joints, the low top joints. And that was like the closest thing that I could get to the AI. But they was fresh though. That was the first time I really, you know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, I'm gonna go out my way to get a Reebok.
What was the first shoe that you ever like really wanted but couldn't get? I mean, like this could be when you was like a kid, like.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell this story. So the first pair that I really was like super crazy over that I couldn't get, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom would buy me sneakers, but we shopped at like Shoe Carnival, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think when I was probably 12, my cousin Vaughn, he like 4 years older than me, 2 years older than me, something like that. He's short, so he's smaller than me. And his mom used to buy him every single pair of J's. Every single pair of J's. In my 6th grade year, I was spending the summer with him every single weekend. And he had the Bred 11s. And he wore them into the ground because that's what you did.
Yeah.
But then he got the IE low joints. And he sold me them. I was trying to get that pair. I could never get that pair. And then he outgrew them eventually. And I bought them like a year later for like $40. They was already missing part of the patent leather on the toe box and everything. It was crazy.
But you were still happy though.
Oh yeah, and the first thing that I did, go to the court.
Who?
First thing.
That really was it though. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I was definitely trying to look fly on the basketball court. I was like, yo, I'm gonna score some buckets in these. That was my whole pitch to my parents, like to give me some shoes.
I feel like it's natural though when you watching those type of guys though that. You know what I'm saying? The colorways that they used to wear and how they used to be, like the swag was just different. Like it was like Mike really like set it apart, like with the 11s, the 12s.
I don't think it was nobody, especially back then. I don't think it was nobody really coming out with shoes like that.
Nah, I mean you had a few guys that had like, who had Ewing? Did Ewing have shoes at the time?
Shaq had some. You had the Shaq Gnosis. Ewing had some, but they weren't like, they was the Ewing brand, and that was later on down the line.
Yeah.
Really, the only thing that you had was like the early Converse joints, and they weren't like branded. You just saw
people wearing them.
Yeah, and they had a couple commercials, but it would be like Magic Bird and like Dr. J all in one commercial, so it wasn't they thing.
Yeah.
First one I could really remember was Jordan, and then after that, not the first, but the next person that I remember really changing the game was like Grant Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant Hill, yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot about him.
Yeah, the felines went crazy when I ain't gonna lie. Because I remember the Grant Hills came back, 2 years ago or last year?
Yeah.
And it was going crazy. Like, they had release dates and all that for some felines. I said, I ain't never seen this.
Yeah. So, man, what's a time where I ask all the sneakerheads this because everybody got their own story when it comes to like lines. Like for me, I explained on the first episode, like me and my man Gussie, like we used to sleep in the mall. Like we used to pay the security dude to let us sleep in the mall. Yeah. So what was your thing? Like how did you get? I know you had a plug, bro.
I did, which was crazy. So I used to work for Macy's when I was in high school, and my homeboy worked for Foot Locker at the Galleria. And I really never had the camp because we was always just tied in. He knew everybody at the Foot Locker, but he knew everybody it was Foot Action or Athlete's Foot, the one that was down like in the middle of the mall. I can't remember. But we could go down there and just snag stuff. So the first time that I really camped out for a pair of J's or any shoe really was the Cool Grey 11s.
Man.
Yeah.
I missed that one too, bro. I
ain't never had that shoe. Out of all the shoes I got like 4, never had that shoe.
I got them this past year just because I was like, man, I feel like that's just a classic shoe. Like Brady 11s, you just can't miss them. Like
that's true. I'm not really an 11 fan though.
That's true too, though.
See, I brought that pair today when you was like, just bring some shoes that mean something to you, right? So the funny thing about that story is, remember I was like, I ain't really had to camp, right? So my boy had the hookup, and then so like I hook him up with stuff from Macy's, come through, ring out whatever, right? Maybe not ring out a couple things, and then he'll bring stuff out in the trash bag, like when he was dumping the trash or whatnot. So we like 14, 15. Right. I think I was maybe 16 at the time. Long story short, so he's like, all right, I got it set up for us to get the 11s. They drop on Saturday, and we're going to get to use the employee discount. So at the time, I think it was, for sure. We was what? All win.
It was lit.
So they was 130 plus tax. Came to 144.
The retro 11.
The retro 11.
130.
130
plus tax.
Real sneakerhead.
Keep in mind, these shoes are like 248.50 with tax now.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. They didn't.
130, I missed, man.
But even back then, that was super crazy because that was the most that I had ever had to pay for a pair of shoes ever at that point in time. So for me, I'm like, man. And it was off season, so I used to work at Busch Stadium as a vendor or whatnot. So it was during the off season, so I really didn't have no bread. So I remember going to like the Palace, right, which is skate club in St. Louis for kids when you was a kid.
If you from the Lou, you know what the Palace is, dog.
This is just fact.
I found a cell phone, so I had $100. I found a cell phone, and I think I sold it to my boy for like $30 or something. So I had 130. So the 130 plus tax is like 144, but we getting a discount, so it was like 110. All I needed was like 128. I got exactly what I need. We get to the mall early, go in through one of the employee entrances. We in there at like 4-something in the morning. All we had to do was walk to the front, get to the line. My man comes in, opens up the gate, let us all in. My boy rings out first. He's like, "Oh, I can only let one of y'all use the discount." So I'm short.
Oh shit.
$14. There's no debit cards at this point in time.
None of that.
None of that.
Back then, nah.
I had the shoe in my hand. I didn't try it on because you tried on shoes back then. I'm at the register, and my man just take the shoe out of my hand and hand it to the next person after me.
Oh, I know you see.
Damn. And what made it even crazy was I drove my boy there. So he done picked up his pair. He got a ride back with me. I was $14 short. And you can't ask somebody in the line because they like, I want my pair.
Yeah,
they had a few pairs.
They ain't helping.
That was a heartbreak.
Damn.
And I never got the shoe again until this past release. So I had never been at 25, almost 30 years, I had never been able to get my hands on that shoe.
Damn.
Or 20 years, that was 2002. So yeah. That was...
How was that car ride home, though?
Right.
Keep it a buck.
Silence.
Y'all still homies? That's still your homie?
No.
That
ain't the reason. No.
Gave that man $14. He brought you to the mall.
Man,
What? Oh man, I wouldn't
that's all
take
that he
home.
He ain't had it either, because he had, he worked at Foot Locker. He was making like maybe $5 a quarter back then. This was 20 years ago, so maybe $6 a quarter. Yeah, so he had exactly what he needed. I think he had like $4 or something extra. Yeah. He would have gave it to me. That was my boy. He'd have gave it to me, but he ain't have it. I ain't have it. It was a terrible day. It was just a terrible day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cuz we had to walk. I ain't gonna lie. You had to walk.
Some would have had.
You got to walk. You have to give me the shoes. 1 or 2. It's 2 options.
And we wore the same size too.
Oh hell, you sharing these, bro?
I'm wearing them Monday through Wednesday. You got Thursday through Saturday. We gotta figure this out.
Yeah,
oh man, that's crazy.
Man, so I did ask you to bring a couple favorite pair of your shoes.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you came in with the bag. We
trying to see what's in the bag, dog.
Yeah, you said it means something to you. I got a few joints in here, so I'll start simple. So we was just talking about this pair. I had to bring that pair for that particular reason.
Yes, sir.
So we talked about that. We talked about what got me into.
These are dead stock too. Just if y'all ain't know.
Oh yeah. Well, I got 30.
Well, we know he got everything. Got all the pairs.
Right.
So
that's a classic.
That's the shoe that got me 100% locked into like just the sneaker game. Watching my cousin go through that whole summer just rocking that, and really what it was everywhere we went, every single female was on them. They was all on them, and that and the Flint 13 was like the first time I realized the pecking order of like young men and their shoes. I remember having this. You know what? I'll tell that story later. But I'll pull those out.
Oh yeah, we getting teed up now.
I knew he was gonna bring something good.
Yeah, I'll pull those out.
Yeah,
man.
Move that, yeah.
He said move that out.
Talk to him.
Yeah. So I just rocked those the other day. You can actually see like a little bit of paint chip on the midsole.
I respect you for wearing them.
Oh yeah. I mean,
how'd you get them, bro? We gotta know.
Oh, that was just paying crazy resale for them. I bought I think I paid.
It's crazy.
$4,200 for that pair, maybe.
You said how much?
$4,200.
Put this down.
Yeah.
What they worth now? They ain't worth that now. I know they worth way more than that.
Yeah, the last time I looked, I saw a pair for sale in Band LA, that size for like 10.2 that was worn. For me, that shoe, I remember, you know how it's interesting, you just like, it's parts of your life that you remember for certain moments or whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't never really watch Saturday Night Live or whatnot. And I just happened to be home, like at my parents' house, the day that Kanye had those on when he did Saturday Night Live. And I remember like seeing the lights and everything was dark and it was red, and just seeing that shoe this was glowing. And I couldn't make out like the shoe, I couldn't make out the silhouette, I couldn't make out the shape of it, but I was like, that looked crazy. It looked crazy. It was the only thing on the whole screen that I really could see, but I couldn't see it. So when they dropped that, I was like, man, that was the first thing that made me be like, I had never been into like rappers or entertainers sneakers, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Jordan guy. Like I really bought shoes.
More like athletes.
Absolutely, like that, Garnett's, Pippins. Like I was like a phone posit guy, stuff like that. So that was the first time that I was like, oh yeah, I don't care what it take, I gotta get my hands on those. So that was.
And I mean, this is a grail shoe. Like you got guys that try to build their collections up to get it like enough to where they can trade for something like that. Because the average person, the average sneakerhead can't go pay their resale for that.
Nah.
Resale's high right now for this.
Absolutely.
What was crazy was the only reason when I did buy that shoe, I bought it because I was like, I had the mags. And I sold the mags. And when I sold the mags, I was like, maybe like 6 months later, you just had like that missing. I was like, I
need a grill back.
Yeah, So I went on a hunt for that. So I'm gonna pull out something real simple. So like this one here, for me, like I never really like I liked every kind of sneaker. So like when I was a kid, I was rocking Sauconys. In high school, I was rocking classic Reebok Classics. I just tell them about the little blue toe joints I had, the red toe joints. I was rocking a little bit of everything. So for me, like, I never thought that I would wear a hooping shoe that was not a high top or a mid with that ankle support. So like, this was the first time that I was really like, I ain't like Kobe's, and I ain't like Kobe.
I ain't like Kobe neither. I ain't gonna lie to you. ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't a Kobe guy. It's not that I didn't like him as a person. It was just like I was a LeBron fan. Yeah. And at that time, I felt like Kobe fans are not. They're not reasonable, bro. Like,
Facts.
I know this is off subject, but since you say a Kobe fan, I'm a diehard Kobe fan.
Yeah.
I'm Kobe till I die. I got Kobe tatted on me. I just feel like LeBron fans, right? All they care about was LeBron, right? I'm a Kobe fan and I'm a Lakers fan. And I feel like majority of Kobe fans were Lakers fans in the beginning, right? I feel like LeBron fans, they really, wherever he go,
what's that? You gotta have a favorite athlete, bro. Everybody not like. We don't have a city team, so it's not like.
Okay, I'll say this.
If we had a city team,
I feel like it shouldn't have been no comparison with Kobe and LeBron.
Why is that?
Two different players, two different positions.
I agree with that.
That's two different positions.
Okay, but you one of the more reasonable people to talk to it about. Like, most Kobe fans ain't not hearing that. Like, to them, like Kobe better than Mike.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, Kobe is better than Mike. But let me tell you why though, because I never watched Mike. Like I never seen Mike play.
But you can't discredit him.
I can't, but I don't know. That's like saying Bill Russell's probably better than Mike or something like that. For the people that grew up in that era. So I never seen.
So what are you basing that off of though?
I'm basing off of all I knew was Kobe. I never knew.
Okay, but how can you say he's better than Mike though? Like what qualities does he?
You ain't never go back and just like watch.
I watched probably a couple highlights, but I've never seen like a legit. Right-handed guy. I've never seen a full Michael Jordan game.
I mean, a lot of people ain't seen a full, but you can.
I ain't seen highlights, of course. Michael Jordan everywhere. Highlights. But like Mike wasn't.
All I can say is
92.
Mike wins 6 times. He got 6 wins.
That's true.
And 6 Finals MVPs.
That's very true.
That stands for something.
No, you ain't lying. You not lying. Like he changed the game.
Kobe got 5, but he only got 2 Finals MVPs. So it's like
I don't even think about like the Finals MVPs or none of that stuff. So like my mark when I talk about Jordan, like you might be able to convince me at some point before I die that LeBron was a better player, right? You might be able to convince me that Kobe was more skilled at some point. But the thing about it is, as a basketball player, this man was the most influential athlete of all time. Yeah. And if you go back and you watch those games, right? So like the thing that I loved about Kobe was a killer, right? Kobe, skilled killer. His game was modeled after Jordan. LeBron is the most physically gifted human being probably ever to pick up any sport. You know what I'm saying? So I give him that. But as a kid, watching the game on a 12-inch TV, I could feel the fear of every single player that was in front of Jordan. I've never watched a game and felt like people, not that same level of fear. Like, I know Kobe had his respect and people feared him, but like, I remember watching them against the Pistons and watching Tayshaun excited to guard him. And the Pistons like, oh, we got a plan for this dude. Nobody had a plan for Jordan. And if you did, it was like Tyson. You had a plan until you got punched in the face. And then the plan was out the window. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, if you take away all of the accolades and all that other stuff and just go watch a game, watch them come down the court and watch the defender's eyes, watch the coach's eyes, listen to, like, nobody ever talked about GOATs before. Nobody ever talked about the best player before. It was just, we've had a long history of great players in the NBA. Every single person that stepped on the court with him, with the exception of one, and that's because he hated him, Isaiah Thomas, it's like, oh, that's the coldest. It's Black Jesus. Yeah. So when I see the people that are as great as they supposed to be, like I remember watching Charles Barkley, who was one of my favorite players as a kid, because we share the same name, right? Him talking about Chuck Daly saying you the second best player in the universe, and him saying who's the first? That man over there. Him being like, yeah, you're right. Like as a competitor, for me, like I played football, I ran track, I played basketball. To be great at something, you're not gonna say somebody better than you.
No.
Exactly.
Never. That man was fantastic. Round amount of rebound, as good as he gets. And he like, yeah, you're right. And he took it as a compliment. Nobody's doing that with LeBron. No. Nobody's doing that with Kobe.
But I feel like the respect level also done changed over the years too, because like you said, Mike did put a different type of fear in people. Like LeBron, people been going at LeBron every time they see him. Like, 100%. That's like people didn't want to guard
That's
Mike.
people's goal to go at LeBron.
Yeah, people like, oh shit, we got LeBron tonight. We finna get a check tonight.
100%.
And I mean, I agree with you, bro. You ain't see that too many times from Jordan. Like motherfuckers was really like,
man, it was like
chewing that gum, staring at the floor. Like
shit,
man,
we got Jordan night. Shit,
how we gonna stop this shit tonight, bro? Like,
we was winning, now we finna lose.
and Kobe, I mean, Kobe had his moments too, but shit, I remember people going at him. Melo used to go at him.
T-Mac.
Go at him.
Hey, Kobe did say T-Mac was the one person that Kobe was like, all right, I gotta go back and practice. Because T-Mac was going crazy. I feel like if T-Mac would never got hurt, the game was wow.
But I think also it's a level of shit talking too, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Because Mike was different with that shit talking.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he made you really believe, like, man, I can't do shit with him.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He's some crazy people, though.
Kobe had it, but he was more like a,
Kobe just
outwork you.
For sure.
Yeah, he was like, I'm just gonna kill you on the court. You can't stop me.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna say nothing.
Mike was like I'm finna talk shit to you and I'm finna show you.
The other component, too, like what you just said was, I'm going to talk shit and I'm going to cut your throat. I'm going to tell you I'm going to cut your throat. But the thing was, like, if you look at, and this is actually why I respect LeBron and Kobe the way that I do, because of their work ethic and all of just what they put into the game. But, like, Kobe is going to bed at 9 o'clock. He eating fish and vegetables every day. He's taking 6 language courses, and he's in the facility at 5 a.m. to practice every morning. Jordan is whooping your ass in spades and poker and pool to 5 o'clock in the morning.
Smoking a cigar.
Right back at it at 8 to go to the golf course to put in 18 holes, right? And then he's showing up and still busting your ass. And somehow still found time to actually work on his game to the point where he could do all of the things that he did. That man's motor is unlike anybody I've ever seen, and more importantly, like I would only imagine what he would have been like had, because you're talking about Kobe and LeBron and all of the things they have now, that nutrition and all that type of stuff, like that wasn't no thing then. Jordan didn't start lifting until like 93.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a little bit before, but like realistically, he had been in the league damn near a decade before he started doing anything to physically take care of himself.
Yeah.
And you carrying the weight of the entire league. Like, LeBron has carried the league, but he had a lot of stars that everybody's looking for the next, right? Because of that Kobe and Jordan thing. Like, Jordan just carried the league. After Magic and Bird, you had 8 years where the league was Jordan. Like, that's what makes this shoe so special. Like, if you think about the Space Jam 11, this man wasn't even playing basketball, bro.
That's crazy. If you really think about that. He wasn't.
He's playing golf, playing baseball, making movies.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is for me. So like, this go back for me. I remember playing Space Jam on Sega, going to Blockbuster and renting the Space Jam video game. It was just a basketball game. And one of the things you had to do before you even got to play was you had to sneak in his house and steal his clothes. Cause you remember?
I remember, yeah.
I never got to
You
play
what?
that.
Oh, that shit was crazy.
Yeah. So you had to steal his shoes. You had to find his shoes, his North Carolina shorts, like his little.
Wasn't you Bugs Bunny or something?
Yeah. Yeah. So you had to
That's
do.
crazy. I feel like I feel so left
You don't remember this?
I ain't never played.
Bro, like he'll be like tiptoeing in his bedroom and all that, and you gotta find the stuff when you play the game.
Yeah. And he
I
had
don't know if people
on.
want to play that.
Bro,
Bro,
and
it was serious.
I think what you had to take was the
Yes,
was it the 9s first?
I don't remember.
I think it was the 9s. But then later on in the game, he's rocking the Space Jam 11s. And like I remember that iconically having an impact on my life. Like that's why that silhouette is so special to me, because like nobody else is doing that.
No.
Nobody else is doing that.
No, I mean this shoe is like. First off, we got to say a lot of people that died over these shoes. For one,
For sure.
like the empowerment of this shoe alone.
Yes.
This would have been released 3 times.
That colorway at that, like
Yeah.
Bro, this is
red.
At least.
yeah. Anything black and red, bro.
Because you had the DMP pack, you had the original release, you had this release, and I think it was one more, so it had to be maybe
4 times.
Yeah, that came out with the 3 Yeezys.
Yeah.
Yep, on Black Friday.
Bruh. But it's a classic shoe, man. But like, this is like the end all be all. Like a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
First off, wouldn't even consider you a real sneakerhead if you didn't have a pair of these in your life.
100%.
Like this is like a shoe you gotta go through.
Even just like the fact that this is a shoe that was actually designed to be hooped in. This is patent leather. It's not designed like, this is not the most, it's not the best designed shoe for what it's actually designed to do. But the fact that that's what he was able to do in it, like that whole, the cut of the leather, all of that is just, you ain't see that in shoes before. There's no other sneaker outside of other sneakers that Jordan brand has made to look like this, that looks like this.
Nah,
you know what?
So
That silhouette is crazy.
I do know. I gotta say this though. I don't highlight like now it's more so just fashion.
oh yeah.
Because in reality, bro, when these shits first came out, this was like one of the most durable, most comfortable. Yeah. Like every old Jordan that I had, like you could wear that shoe all day, go hoop in it, do whatever. Next day, still feel great.
100%.
You can't do that. You could barely walk in these mugs. Like you gotta really like sit down and bend your toes a little bit before you
But
like
you gotta
really
think,
break
too,
them in.
back
Like
then, you feel me? It was harder to get these. I'm not gonna say it's not hard to get these shoes now, but back then it was hard to get that shoe.
yeah,
Now it's more accessible. You know, you got thousands of this being produced, mass produced. You feel me? So like the quality of the shoe is. I keep it a being with everybody. The quality of a lot of Jordans now is ass.
Oh yeah.
You know, but it reminds you of something of what it was.
For sure.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that would be the reason why I would buy the shoe, not because of how I look now, but of the memories I had back, 2010, 2009.
Yeah.
That's why I would get it. I do like the shoe though. I ain't gonna lie, I may have to snatch this.
I just feel like, man, with true sneakerheads, man, like it would make the game stronger. Of course, you got like the hype beast that really like kill the system, bro.
Yeah.
Like because in reality, bro, like a lot of true sneakerheads don't buy for the hype. We buy for the love.
Oh yeah.
Always. Like it's just like, man, I got an outfit in my head I want to rock. Even if it's one outfit, you like, bro.
Hey, that's really one outfit.
One time, bro.
time.
But like what he's saying, like when you mass produce them joints, it kind of take that passion out of it. Because for me, I don't know about y'all, but like when I get a new pair of shoes, I sit down and just look at it, like every little detail, like the stitching, how it is.
For sure.
And like now you could kind of tell like it's decent, like it'll hold, but like you could tell Nike kind of doing it just for the hype, bro.
You know, it's interesting. I'm with you. The quality of the shoes is different than what it used to be. But that's also too because the shoes are not made to be what they used to be. They used to be genuine hooping shoes. Now like Nike basketball and like if you want a hooping shoe, get a Jordan 32 or 31 or 29 or 28. You're gonna get a quality shoe. And honestly, those are shoes that should be costing $200. These should be $140 or $150 because they know the people that you know what I'm saying?
That would make more sense.
That would make more sense for this to be 150 than 240.
100%.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, them 36s is like.
Because this not performance no more. It used to be performance.
Yeah.
This is all that we had. You feel me?
Yeah.
1 through 13 as your options.
That's it.
But now, Jordan branched off and they got performance shoes. They got a bunch of stuff that's made exactly what it's made for. You feel
That's
me?
true.
And they got competitors now. Like Nike went through a long period of time where, in terms of basketball shoes, there were like there wasn't no Under Armour. You know what I'm saying? Feli's after Grant Hill and I mean they kind of died out. They went away. That was a shoe that like honestly I had more Feli's growing up than I did any other shoe until I was probably like 12 or 13, like from age 6 to 11, and it was because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they was the first company that was really producing crazy looking shoes, and you was getting all of the colors.
Yeah.
Back in the day, with if you didn't have like when you're looking at Jordan brand, every single shoe was like this, was like a one. You know what I'm saying? That plain, to me that's
Chicago.
that might be the GOAT.
I think that is the GOAT.
Man, listen.
Let's pause for a second. I get so many people right now. This been happening for about a year, hitting me up about this shoe.
Yeah.
Hey Kane, can you give me this shoe? I can't help nobody. I'm sorry. I can't help you guys. But this is fire.
Yeah, that might be the
Classic
GOAT.
colorway.
That might be the GOAT for me. But every single Nike shoe was like that though. You know what I'm saying? Like that or like a Force. You know what I'm saying? It just so Fila was the one that was doing it differently. But switching gears, yeah, that's definitely for me. That's probably my number one of all.
I would okay. So Nike Jordan sometimes they make a shoe right, and they have this type of quality.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
With like the tumble leather, like all this, the leather is supple. You like, come on.
Supple. Yes.
I don't have no words for it, bro.
They do.
This is fire.
They know they can't disrespect certain colorways.
Nah.
Certain colorways.
Yeah.
Certain
You gotta
shoes.
come with better materials for certain colorways, absolutely.
100%.
And they definitely do that. I will agree to that.
Yeah.
Because if they would have fucked that up, I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed.
I think most people would be, man. Like you can't disrespect that. Like that's just a part of the culture. And what's crazy is they do it sometimes with like the lows and the mids too, or have something crazy. You be like, man, where did this come from?
Right.
I just got a dunk that came yesterday that I opened up. It's like a safari. I forgot what it's called. It's cheap as shit. I paid. I think I got it for retail on end or something like that. And actually I got it for my wife and my kids. And I opened it up like, oh shit, I'm ordering this for me too. Right. So I just ordered a pair yesterday on StockX for like $125. It's one of the best dunks that I've ever like held in my hand from a quality standpoint. Nobody's talking about it.
That's crazy.
That's how it be, man. That's how it be.
And I hadn't even seen nobody in it, but I'm gonna pull out one more for y'all too.
Come on with it, bro.
Making me nervous, man. You pull out the Yeezy. You got
Yeah,
the
he done
Chicago
pulled out
ones.
some
I don't
shit,
know
man.
We gonna go with that joint.
Oh my God.
You know what's crazy? So he made a post on Instagram, right, when he first got this shoe. I'm like, let me see what the fuck he got now, man. He got this shit. He pulled this shit out, and I said, wow. Cause I want this so bad.
What that run you, dog?
That pair was.
Hold on, man.
A lot of people haven't even.
You gotta get.
Hold on,
shot
before we
of
even
this.
talk about how much it costs, can you explain to people what this is? Because a lot of people
don't know what that is.
What that is.
All right, so Legends of Summer, right? So Legends of Summer, when you had Justin Timberlake and you had Jay-Z, one of the biggest concert series of all time. This would have been 2014. So they traveling around the country. You know, JT's a big Jordan head. He a big sneakerhead in general. So like, they gave him his own deal, right? They gave him, I want to say it was like 6 different pairs. So there's 4 different pairs of ones, some 3s, some 2s. And he was just basically going to each city. And what was crazy was, so it's 2 versions of like this particular one. So this is the mirrored friends and family version. So he's a 10.5, Jessica Biel is an 8. So it's more of those pairs than anything else. But then it's a regular pair, I got that pair too, that is leather here. This part is, it doesn't have the 3M on the outside. The material's a little bit different, but it looks real similar. Anyway, so it was a kind of a, what do you call it, when you gotta go on a search, something hunt.
Like
A scavenger hunt. So at the concerts, they basically like had clues for this shoe for the fans to go around and find it, and it'd be like 1 or 2 pairs at every single venue that they went on the tour with.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it was
a dope concept.
It was an amazing concept. This was the first, like, you know, everybody's like grail hunt, like that term. I think that term is overused, but this was the first shoe I literally had to go on a hunt for. So I done bought a lot of different shoes, but like there's certain shoes that even if you have the money to buy them,
You still can't get them.
Yeah.
you gotta find them.
That's how rare they are, especially in your size.
Yeah, you gotta find them.
That's when you know you into some deep shit now.
Yeah.
Like when you, cause honestly, bruh, how long it take you to find that?
Oh, like I bought this. So that video was 2020. It took me 6 years. Because I wanted the shoe in 2014. And I probably could, I had found it a couple different times in like 2015, 2016, but I ain't want to spend what it cost to spend at that time. In 2020, you know, we were sitting around, we had COVID. I had a good year, I was making a little money. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna hunt for real for it. And I actually found this pair popped up on eBay.
This is crazy.
Popped up on eBay.
That shit is, boy. That shit beautiful,
Crazy,
bro.
So that one ran me, it's like 55, I think 5,500. The leather pair that I have that's dead stock, that one was like 75. But if you tried to find that pair right now, dead stock, or the leather pair,
Crazy.
oh yeah, it's 10, 12K easy.
So let's talk about over a lot of times in the sneaker world, right? People judge us for our habits.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Everybody a lot of people believe we shouldn't spend the money we spend on shoes, right?
Sure.
But So let's talk about like the actual value that these shoes have, because like a lot of people don't get it. It's just like how certain people don't get the stock market, and certain other people it's like they money maker.
Man, so you got like 20 bands on the table right now. Just
Keep it a buck, like
it'll be
if you
100.
ever got down on your luck, shit start going south. You would be able
That's
to,
what I'm saying.
We'll be straight.
yeah.
We'll be straight.
Like let's talk about like how important that is when you making these type of investments.
Man, I mean, it's easy for me. So, like, I haven't updated. So, one of the coolest things that ever came out for a sneakerhead, and it was also one of the worst things, was StockX. So, like, for me, I had StockX on the app 3 years before I ever bought or sold a shoe on StockX. And it was really just because of the portfolio. You could actually input your shoes, and they'll tell you how much your value was from a market standpoint. I looked up maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and that was $500,000 in sneakers. And anytime I've had to do anything, like we bought our house, I needed $100K to put down. I took like 6 weeks, sold $100,000 worth of shoes.
Crazy.
That was it. I ain't spent none of my own money. I ain't going to my savings account. When I was talking about the mags, right? Yeah. I sold the mags because I got issues, so I was like, I wanted a Maserati coupe with the top. I wanted to be able to get that convertible joint. I sold the mags and like 20 other shoes. I had $30, maybe $30K to put down on the car.
Real money.
Easy.
Real money.
Shoes.
This shit is like a real deal. I think it's not talked about enough.
Oh no, it's
like
not.
it's one of the most expensive habits.
For sure.
But it's one of the most rewarding as well. Like if you're not doing like for other people's real estate, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But this is just as powerful as fucking real estate.
You think about like if we were in LA right now, right, and we wasn't in this room, but we were in like a mansion, you know, a movie store or something like that, they probably got $500,000, $2 million in art. And to me, like, this is wearable art. Because at the end of the day, I could buy this shoe at $5,200, wear it, look down at my foot, and feel great about myself. Like, I'm living all my dreams. And if something happens 2 or 3 years down the line, I can sell it for more.
Twice as much.
Easy. And if I can't, you know what? I still got to do what I got to do because really what I got it for was to wear it.
Yep.
In the first place. That's why, like, with every shoe I had, when I saw you this weekend or last weekend at the sneaker event, I'm rocking Oklahoma ones. Because I'm not buying a shoe just to have the shoe or to say I have it. Like, I sat down for myself a couple years ago and I was like, I got all this shit. And am I doing this for other people or for me?
For yourself. And
that was an easy question because, like, today, follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I post pictures a couple times a week or something like that. I'm wearing something every day.
Yep.
And I don't have to be seen doing it. I don't have to have nobody know what it is. It's just, but when I look down, I feel fucking amazing.
It's the confidence, bro.
You know what it is. That's how I be feel like, yeah. I got that shit on. I don't give a fuck.
Y'all two sneakerheads, bro. How many times a day y'all look down at y'all shit and y'all be like, yeah, that's them.
Oh, man. Man.
I know I ain't the only one.
That's probably like, shit, 20 times a day. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Or this would kill me. Somebody be like, hey, I like your shoes. And I look down like I don't know what I got on. I was like, oh, these.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
That's what every pair of Travis Scotts I done wore places, bro. Like, people be like, oh, man, I like the Travis Scotts. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, it's cool.
But it's like, make you feel
good. You know you got that shit on. Like,
especially
when you got something on, like, you know, a lot of people don't got, or that they want and they can't get right now.
Listen, bro, if you walk anywhere with these,
Or these.
or them, especially those,
Bro.
First off, a true sneakerhead like gonna be like,
right, for real. Anybody choosing gonna be like,
bro,
hey, man.
I went to the Galleria in Air Mags on a Tuesday.
that's lit.
It's different.
Just
But let's keep it a bean, bro. You always been different with the shoe game, bro.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't even know how to respond to that. I just, look, man, my thing is, I love life, and I love kicks. So if I love life and I love kicks, I want every day, to your point, I just want to feel lit all the time. And I see people that get into things, and my biggest fear is, just like a black man, is we all want more.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's a cultural thing of like, not having shit, right? And everybody wants the diamonds and the chains and wearing the Breitlings and the Rolex and things. They want to get these things, but they don't know what to do with it, or they value it more than they value anything else. Like, I got this, I can't touch it, I put it up on a pedestal. It's like getting the baddest woman in the world and never fucking her.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
So for me,
Preach, preacher.
Just saying. So for me, like, these kicks, like, I love going on the hunt and I love talking shop. So for me, what was the best thing about what's happening in the sneaker game right now is I used to rock crazy shit because I was hoping to bump into somebody, not necessarily that because I wanted to be noticed, but like, it's an icebreaker. I want to have a conversation with you. And if you know what this is, we're going to get along. Because you are a like-minded individual in certain aspects because you know what it is I'm rocking. So for me, this is an easy way for me to have a conversation. Same way with you. We ain't know each other. It's sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, this man, bro, what you do? What you do? How you get them? You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, it's easy for me to be different with it because I got a motive behind it. I want those conversations. I want to invite those conversations. I remember I had 20 people at my house in the last couple of years that I only know through sneakers. And some of those people, most of them, I'm closer with than the cats I grew up with. Because we not on the same things no more.
Yeah. Definitely, man. You definitely feel that growth, bro. And I can say, too, in the sneaker world, bro, I done made a lot of great relationships with people, bro. Like, never... I'd say maybe once or twice I had like bad instances with sneakers. And I feel like that's everybody, you know what I'm saying? Whether you reselling, in the line, you know what I'm saying, you get into an altercation with somebody, but like it may be once or twice. But for the most part, like you said, bro, we all like-minded people, bro. Like it's like we all in the same boat. We got the same likes, the same loves.
For sure.
And it's just something that bring people together, bro. Like not everybody understand it, but shit, when you with a whole bunch of motherfuckers that understand it, you don't care, bro. Like,
bro, I look forward to those, like, to the sneaker events and stuff like that. Like, I don't have to sell nothing. I come to those things just because, like, I'm just trying to have a conversation. And I put stuff out, like, it's the bane of my existence, man. You know, I used to lug around them big glass cases for the display and put this in here.
Yeah, the whole setup.
The whole setup. The spinning joints, you know what I'm saying, with the magnets and the floating display cases. And it's work. And I be tired. I'm old. Sweating and shit. You know, it's always 100 degrees in the summertime.
Hot. 1,000 motherfuckers coming in and out, bro.
I gotta bring a change of clothes because when I come in, I done sweated through everything I done had on. But I'm doing that because I know that that's just gonna create an opportunity for, if it's not me, for you to have a conversation with somebody else that's standing over here admiring the same thing. It's like going to a gallery and seeing a beautiful piece of art, and you sit there and you observe it and you revel over it and you're like, man. And then the next person walk up, what's that mean to you? You know what I mean? So like for me, that's just, I feel like if I don't see enough people in, you know, in the city or in our close proximity that are doing that, so why not be me?
Especially for the younger generation too, like they still give you that wow factor.
Sure,
right? So like I know I'm 30 now and I see a pair of shoes, I'm like, damn, I need this. But when I was like 13, I'd be like, yo, I can't believe I'm holding Yeezy. This is different right now. And that wow factor, especially when you wearing like some Travis Scott, some Yeezys.
No bullshit, bro. I bullshit you not. When I just went to Sanction before this, literally, bro, a kid, Chase had put a used pair of breads up on IG. Kid come in, Mom, he asked me, you still got the pair of bread 11s? I just see you post them. But you still got them? He was like, yeah, for sure, man. Pulled it right off the wall, handed it to him. He like, no way. But that's how his mom literally was like, how much are they? You know, he $275. But he excited, like that excitement. He like, oh my God. And he in line, because he had on some Yeezy slides. He done left his Yeezy slides all over here. Somebody could have just took his shit. He like, dude, like, you gonna wear them out the store? He like, yes.
What are you
talking about? I wear this every day.
I wear this all the time. And I remember getting that feeling when I was a kid.
Excitement, bro.
Like when I was a kid, I'd be like, yo, especially when I got a pair of shoes that I really wanted. I'm like, yo, I can't wait to wear this shoe forever. I'm gonna wear this forever.
So look, man, I gotta ask you, bro. What's your top 5?
Oh yeah, the top 5. So for me, easy question. Bread 11, that's number 1. I gotta go Chicago, that's gonna be number 2. the number 3 for me is the Mag, not because it's a crazy shoe, but because I was one of those kids that grew up again. It was what you saw. So one of the first real movies that I was as a kid could remember and like really relate to was Back to the Future. And seeing Marty McFly, and I know the whole story behind it. Everybody was like, oh man, the shoes auto lacing, this, that, and the other. When they sat down, it was a dude behind the chair that literally pulled some strings to make those shoes tighten up on his ankles. I never knew that. Yeah, and I remember reading that as a kid, like that's how they, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's probably gonna be number 3. Thinking about it going through like number 4, one of the shoes I probably, which is kind of crazy, but I would actually I'd probably go like Turtle Doves number 4 for me.
That's a good
Turtle
pick.
Doves. That's absolutely. I ain't a big Yeezy fan, but I definitely the Turtle Doves was like.
I wanted Turtle
If I was to
Doves
wear
so
Yeezy,
bad.
it'd be something like that.
I just tried to get Turtle Doves. Episode 1, we talking about the apps. Confirm wasn't fucking with me.
It wouldn't mess with me either. What's crazy is I've never owned a pair of Turtle Doves.
Ever?
Ever. Ever.
That's because you didn't want it though.
Facts. But the reason why I have them number 4 is because for me it's like sneaker historian. That shoe, when Yeezy went over to Adidas and decided nobody thought that he was bigger than the sneaker game itself. Nobody thought he was bigger than
That shit changed it.
I ain't gonna lie though, his documentary made me like one of my mentors was like, yo, you seen this? I was like, nah. I wanted to see it, but it wasn't like something I needed to see. I felt like.
For sure.
And she was like, nah, you need to watch that. So I watched it and like, he spoke a lot of things into existence, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Like
really made that
Kanye, I
happen.
don't think he really had a plan with the brand,
Yeah.
but what he liked, and it just turned out that the shit worked out for him. Like, because literally, they say the tongue is the most powerful thing, and he spoke everything he wanted to do to exist. He wanted to be the best producer. He became one of the best.
Yeah.
He wanted to be an artist. He wanted to be one of the best. He became one of the best.
Yeah.
Industry-wise, he then went to Nike, he turned Nike up, left, went to Adidas, turned Adidas was going down the drain.
100%.
He turned that shit
He turned
completely
Adidas
around.
up. And Kanye's a weird person, but I fuck with Kanye just because
He's different.
he's different. He's definitely
He's
different.
different.
Nigga a little weird, not gonna lie.
Yeah, a lot of weird. Yeah, a lot of weird. You being nice.
But like you were saying, he spoke into existence, but he also followed through with his actions.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't do that. You know, we speak a lot of stuff into existence. Oh, I'm gonna buy this shoe. I'm gonna get it. But we're not doing nothing to go buy that shoe.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
For sure.
he
I
changed
feel
the
that
game,
though.
bro.
That was some real shit you just said.
No, like that, because we always speaking about, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that, I'm gonna do this, but we never take the steps to do what we said we was gonna do.
Yeah.
We just think it's gonna get handed to us, and then we be like, yo, man, yeah, I said I was gonna do that, but what are you doing to achieve your goals?
And the risk. Because he took all the risk.
He
to
took
do
all
it.
the risks.
All the
You
risk.
feel me? So
Literally.
nobody said that shit was gonna be easy, but he went on to like, fuck it.
Yeah.
There's only one way to find out, and I gotta do it.
For sure.
And you get shit like this.
So
What's 5, bro?
Yeah, we on what? 4 or 5?
yeah,
We
so
on
we
4.
five.
I gotta hear 5.
So 5 for me, which nobody. This a toss up too. I kind of want to take the Turtle Dove because I got 2, but I'm gonna give. Damn.
So is this like number 1? Like this is the top?
No, this is like number 5, but it's 5 with a special place in my heart.
Okay.
So like you talk about like moments in life, right? So when I was 14, and it was either going into my freshman year or after my freshman year, and the Laney 14s had just dropped, and my boy had a pair. His mom always got him the kicks, right? Told you I hate my friends, but he got the pair fresh, and we was in summer school. I was working, and I was rocking these like some Air Maxes or whatnot, and we had met these two chicks. He was talking to one, I was talking to the other. So he shows up, meets the girl, he got on his Laney 14s, me and her talking. This was back in the day, so it was 3-way calls, right? So he'll call her, she'll call her, then they'll call me.
Hey, that was back in the day.
Back in the
That
day,
was
back in the
I
day.
don't know what
back in-
3-way
Yeah.
calls is. I shouldn't watch the podcast. Because
That was
that was back in the day.
Back in the day.
good days.
Man,
For sure.
what?
When your feet you just be on the wall, you
Yeah.
just be talking.
I'm doing sweeping the ceiling. I don't know what's going on.
What you doing?
Exactly.
Shit, man.
Just got out of school. What's up?
Yeah, and I had my own phone line too.
Oh,
so
you
it
was- yo,
I
you
was
was
lit.
Nah, he was in there.
I was lit. So we rapping. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting the Laney 14s too. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna link up this weekend. What's going on? She's like, oh yeah, y'all coming out to the house, et cetera, et cetera. So I know I gotta catch the bus to my boy's crib, but we gonna catch the bus out here. And it's going down. I'm excited. My mom had told me she was picking the shoes up for me on Friday. She was getting paid. She had a little extra bread. I could get them because I had done good in summer school. I had A's or something. Something happened. I couldn't get that damn shoe. So we show up at these this chick's house. I remember her making we called like, hey, we on the way. So she made us some pizza rolls, right? We get there, she look at me. The first thing she do was look down at my feet.
Oh, she hit you with one of them. Damn.
Bro, no play.
Nothing.
No play. Done.
No food for you, nothing.
Done. It was a wrap. It was
Scale of 1 to 10, how mad was you?
Oh, bro. 100. 100. Because my boy.
Was this the same boy that?
Nah, it was different.
I was like,
I
yo,
was about to say, you
hey, yo,
Yeah,
should let him alone a while.
yeah, let him have the first release.
Yeah, he in the room with Old Bay #1 doing whatever it is they do. And she ain't even sit next to me. I ain't have a conversation. We stopped talking for like the last hour.
What
She
did
was
you
not
have
fucking with
on?
me.
What she have on?
Yeah, what
She was
had?
clean. She had on like a little Tommy fit, like a little Tommy short. Matter of fact, I think it was like the Tommy short bibs. So she had on the jean bibs with the
see, so
Tommy
she had
joint.
shit on
Oh, she
back
was flat. She was ready for me. She was ready for me, and my fit was decent, but my shoes was fucked.
What you have?
My fit was decent, but you know, it had been a long summer. You know what I'm saying? It had been a long summer, bro. You know, so and it wasn't nothing I could do about it.
She wasn't fucking with
She was not fucking with me. And I mean, you know, I had just got the fresh cut. I had on like a little Nautica t-shirt and some little Nautica shorts or whatnot, but I had these, I can't remember what they was called because I ain't seen them in a long ass time, but it was white, black, and blue. They was like some Air Max, but it was like one of they like, it wasn't, and I had rocked them the whole summer school. So, you know how that goes.
She was like, nah.
Yeah, and it was because she was expecting.
Lady, you fucked up.
Yeah, because
he up now.
Right, you see this? Fuck that one up. Blew
He
it.
up now.
Oh, bro.
Blew it.
He blew it, bro.
Fumbled the bag.
With them bills.
Your fault.
Yeah, you fucked up. You motivated the fuck out of me though. And actually, that's why. And we was talking about the Laney 14. I didn't even tell you what the shoe. So the shoe that ended up being my that I put #5 was the Candy Cane 14 because I got them next. I got that was the next
Hey,
joint
the
that
candy cane 14. The white with the little
Bro.
ring. That shit was
bro. Went to Saints
Goddamn.
with the bibs on. I had the Tommy bibs, lock in, bro. Every chick.
The crack.
Oh my
He
God.
was lit up then.
Oh man. Hey, and my boy had them too. The same one that had the Laney 14.
So did
but
you
this
ever
time
see
I
her
had them
again
too.
after that when you?
Oh no, she ghost. That was
Damn.
it. That was it. But that's the thing. So as a kid, like when you asked me like what got you into sneakers, right? So I talked about marketing, talking about like hooping and just feeling like, you know, I could jump higher. But really what got it for me was for us, for our culture, you broke if your shoes ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Even today, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I wish that we could break that habit because I ain't gonna lie. I wear a lot of my shoes, like a lot of my like old heat. Like I got like shit that's beat.
Yeah.
But I still rock, and it's like the true sneakerheads. They'll be like, man, I know those. I appreciate those.
Yeah.
But a lot of people be like.
Nah, them shit's fucked up. They be like, nah,
Yeah.
that ain't
And,
it.
and they stare at you a little bit, but it's like, y'all don't even know what the fuck these is, bro.
But see, in your heart of hearts, because you know what it is, you got that confidence.
Yeah,
but when you don't have it, and they beat, that confidence ain't there. And I think really what it was, I could have salvaged it. But I knew I had fucked up by going over there without the ladies on because we had been talking about it for a week. So in my head, I was already out the game.
And all she
So
said was like, yeah,
my
nigga
swag
said
was
they
all
lying.
fucked
You
up.
finna have the ladies on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Great, did you give them
Cause you already know back then on the thread we talking grade A shit. Yeah, man, you know I got they on the way. Don't worry about it.
You know we get all the
Yeah, me and my man's gonna have them on. Yeah, you said when? Bet. Get to that motherfucker.
Hey.
She like
He up now.
It's too late. Too late. But I appreciate that because if it wasn't for you, you know what I'm saying, I might have been one of these regular niggas.
shoes might still be dirty. You never know.
Man.
Yeah.
So, bro, if you could have one shoe, bro, let's eliminate all this from the table.
Yeah, for sure.
One shoe that you could wear for the rest of your life, bro, but you only get this one pair. So that goes for overall confidence, comfortability, you know what I'm saying, swag. What's one shoe that you like, this my end all be all? You gotta eliminate everything else off the table. If you put one in the air, this one, what is it?
Man, that's actually a great question. I have no clue. But let me think through this for a second. I got an idea. I think, in all honesty, if I had to eliminate every single thing, and can I get this shoe over and over again?
For sure.
Okay. Honestly, it would probably be something super simple, and it would be black toe ones. Super simple black toe ones, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, the one to me is the most iconic sneaker ever.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that right there makes it easy for me. That black and white toe box, you can rock with anything. The little bit of red, my favorite color. I got plenty of clothes that I can rock with it. It's super comfortable. You can rock it with sweats. You can put on a suit with it. You can put on jeans with it. You can dress it up. You can dress it down. You can run in it. You can hoop in it. You can stomp in it. That shoe is classic, and I could do anything in it. So for me, if I could just have that black and white toe in the toe box, you know what I'm saying? Because if I had to, I'd paint the back black, you know what I'm saying? But I'd say that would probably be my go-to, because when I think about it, like sometimes I go back and look through like certain pictures and whatnot. I've probably rocked that shoe more than any other shoe that I've owned ever. And it still keeps me close to like the true roots of what my sneaker passion really is. So if I was gonna have to do something, it'd have to be that. I would have said like the breads, but that black and red all throughout the, like you just can't, it's only so much you can do with it.
Yeah.
What you wearing?
Me? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. What you wore?
This is pretty easy, I ain't gonna lie. 700 static Yeezys.
Okay.
It's white, gray, black bottom, comfortable. Yeah, I can work in it. Then again, you can style it. Yeah. And I keep buying it, so I keep on getting a fresh pair. Yeah, that's gonna be my go-to.
I gotta go home and do some research.
And that's just a shoe I have to wear it every day. Cause like I said, I can wear it out to the club. Yeah. I can also go work in it. It's a comfortable shoe.
Yeah.
And it goes with everything.
If I had to answer right now, I would say probably all white Air Forces.
That's an obvious answer. It really is, because
But
there's
you
nothing better.
keep getting a new pair, so you good.
If I keep getting a new pair, like I always, that shit is like,
Yeah.
Forces just, man, being from St. Louis, bro, that shit, going through that Jabot era.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
man, Forces was just it for me, bro. And I got a pair of white that's beat, and I wear them shits like they brand new.
Yeah. Yeah, Forces are kind of shoe. I mean, I was never really big into Forces because in Cali we wasn't really wearing Forces. I had a bunch of Chucks.
Niggas was out there with Vans and shit.
Right, you feel me? So I've only
Jerking
had,
and shit.
Yeah, like I wasn't actually doing a mono in this motherfucker.
Hey, watch out, bro.
Hey, it's the same shit.
Watch out. Nina popped.
I definitely Nina popped the knees in 2002, 2003, 2004 too, you know what I'm saying?
So
Wait, lows or mids for the Forces?
or high.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that as an option.
I love mids, bro. I love mids.
He is different.
He's a different type of person.
I love mids.
real?
Lows is gonna be what I choose, but like mids was like,
Wait, so you got some mids at the crib right now?
I'm working on some. I'm working on some special Forces though. Like,
Oh, you finna come with some shit?
yeah, man. I made a couple phone calls, man.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see
Okay.
what you're working on.
I'm gonna work on the last episode.
Okay.
I bet. Because there's only a couple Forces that's coming to mind right now.
This ain't.
But we gonna see.
It ain't none that ever came out.
Oh, it's one-on-one.
This something like gonna be 1-on-1.
Oh wow. Okay. I thought you might have been.
Because I was thinking like Louis Vuitton for it. I'm like, yo,
like,
Nah,
yeah.
man,
you coming with them,
I
Joe?
would have said that.
You coming with them?
Louis, fuck with me.
Right.
Fuck with me.
Right. Send us a pair of something.
Shit.
That's what's
Damn.
up.
Man, I appreciate you coming out and rocking with us, bro.
For sure.
It's real. This
For
is
sure.
the journey is starting, bruh. But like every episode, I'm really starting to see like the power in this, bro. Because like I fell off the sneaker game for a minute, bro. Just the hype beast kind of killed it for me, bro.
Yeah.
And even with the expos and shit, like I just was like, man, I'm gonna just take a step back from it, bro.
Yeah.
But like every interview, bro, it's like the shit starting all over again, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, so man, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, want to stop by the crib, man.
Oh, yeah,
we
we
got to
do
see that collection, bro.
Collection price crazy.
I know it's crazy.
I know it for a fact.
Yeah,
It's different.
We can definitely do that. It's some gems in there. That's for
Bruh,
sure.
I remember in the
bet.
sneaker society, bro.
Oh yeah.
They used to have the battles and shit.
bro.
It used to be like fucking like a movie. I'd be like, damn, it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, look at me.
Yeah.
Oh
motherfuckers
shit,
used to
he
be
dropped
waiting
that.
to upload,
Hey,
bro.
I was like, oh shit.
What's next?
Well, I know he got something for
Is
them.
them the mags?
I know
Oh,
he
shit.
got something for them.
It's been 10 minutes, y'all. She ain't dropped the other shit yet.
I'm gonna tell y'all. So before I was like an admin in St. Louis Sneaker Society, like that was like, for me, that was like the pinnacle of sneakerheadness or whatever you
Yeah,
want to call
Oh,
it.
it really was though.
Oh man, because you could just see, first of all, everybody lane so different. And you could just see the appreciation. You see people posting or liking or commenting on a pic that you had never seen in a group before, but that shoe spoke to them.
Yep.
And then it just brought so many people together, man. I love doing that. I think we need to do more of it. And now with social media and the way things are going and the videos and all that stuff, you can do it in different capacities. But
Facts.
the only thing now is with the battles, you know, if you look at sneaker game today, like versus 6 or 7 years ago, the propensity for people to all have the same thing and value the same thing is just so much higher. See, before, like, you may have somebody that was New Balance and this, that, and the other, but like, I just want to see more of that variety. And I think bringing those things back and putting that in display can tell kids, like, it's cool not to have the same shit that everybody else got.
That's a fact, bro.
Yeah.
So,
Because
Yeah, we
every
was just talking
11,
about that.
bro, we was just talking about that. Every 11 for the last couple years, I haven't even wore it yet just because the market just like oversaturated with that shit and everybody want to be the first person to throw that shit on.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially with Jordans right now.
Oh
like,
my God.
That's why I have ventured out a little bit. Like you guys, I'm always wearing something that's not Jordan, probably.
Yeah.
Or it's like something like Yeezys, New Balance,
For sure.
pretty much anything. If it's like a collab or something like that, I'm gonna try to get it.
Yeah.
Just because everybody. So and for real, this is what everybody knew for a while. You know, nothing else. People wasn't before Yeezy and all that. You wasn't seeing people in Adidas.
Nah.
Unless it's like a shell toe.
For sure.
Pharrell had it popping for a little bit with the NMDs.
Yeah.
Them NMDs was so crazy, bro.
Nah, the human races.
That shit was so nice.
That was a
bro.
wave. I wish that wave never would have left.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about it, though. The only reason why these waves ever do leave is just because it's so much. All of it's driven by that money and hype beast. Like
Yep.
if you think about, to your point, you said like the J's, and we were just talking through it. Like how many times can you release Pandas? And everybody still want them. My cousin texted me yesterday,
Too many times. Too many times.
and it's not gonna stop.
It's not.
Like that's the new Air Force One right now, and then they're gonna make the reverse of it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm with you. That the NMDs, I remember seeing that first pair, the yellow and black pair.
It was so hard to get.
Sick.
I'm talking about crazy. I tried to get it so many times, and the price would just keep going up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
up. Every month, I'm talking about, it was crazy. Like 1 month it'll be like $200, right? Next month $400. Next month $600. I'm like, yo, this shit is not.
Up to like 2,000.
This shit not stopping.
Yeah.
Which was amazing in itself. But nah, man, I appreciate y'all for having me. This is like, I love seeing, first of all, anytime, you know, y'all do something, I'm gonna support. I'm gonna support anybody that's trying to do anything positive. But I love talking sneakers, and I love being around good people, and the energy, the vibe is great. So I think y'all gonna do some amazing things with the show. I've been happy to be on early, because when y'all doing y'all big shit and there's 10 million followers on YouTube, and they go back to the beginning, like, who is this little dude over here? Oh, that dude was cool, man. He talked about some decent stuff. You know, I can be like, I was on that show. You know what I'm saying?
One of the first, you feel me?
Yeah. So,
You set the bar for sure, bro.
High.
man,
High.
I was trying to, when I was packing my bag, I was like, I don't want to just bring hype beast shit. I don't want to just bring expensive stuff because that ain't the only thing that I like. And you know, when you rocking certain stuff, people kind of like, oh man, it ain't cool if you ain't rocking something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I even had to ask my wife, like, what you think I should? She's like, no. I was like, well, I need to put on something crazy. She was like, no, you like those. I was like, yeah, I do.
Because it's a part of you, man. This is what you bring to it.
Just so y'all can see these one more time, man. Let me line these joints up.
Them shit's crazy, bro. Line up crazy, bro.
All right, this lineup right here. This some of y'all cars. Not gonna lie.
It is some of y'all cars, and y'all don't even know it.
This right here, this changed the sneaker game, man.
Facts.
Like for real. These shoes here changed the sneaker game for me. I wanted to hoop because I wanted some new Kobe's.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what it was.
Michael Lane of his own.
You feel me? I wanted this. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted this shoe. Who had this shoe? Well, did you have this shoe?
I got this shoe, yeah.
I think I seen him in this shoe. Man, this was years ago, and I was like, damn, I kind of need that. I was like, because when I see shoes that other people got, I'll be like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This with the navy fits used to go crazy, bro.
oh, you had the 5s, didn't you?
The Cool Gray 5s?
That's one of the shoes that I want right now that I don't have.
Cool Gray 5s was
He had
sick.
them, and I was like, I need anything gray.
See, that's the best thing about being a sneakerhead in today's society because if you want something, all you gotta do is go to an app, and 99% of the
It's
time,
obtainable now,
yes.
for sure.
I found that shoe 3 different times before the apps, and every single time I went to go pick it up from whoever it was that was selling it, something was fucked up. The sole was coming off, or it had scratches in the patent leather that you couldn't see in the picture. So in my mind, I was like,
That was back when people was like, yo, send me like 20 pictures.
yeah.
Get the angles
Let me see
from
the
me.
bottom of the shoe. You got the replacement box?
Yeah. Let me see the toe box on that joint. You had to with the patent leather joints, though.
You had to. Had to. Because all it takes is one scuff and it's a wrap.
It's over with.
Yeah.
But man, I definitely appreciate you pulling up, man.
Definitely appreciate it, man.
We'll do it again for sure.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for watching. Shout out Legacy Brand. Make sure y'all go cop y'all merch.
Go shop, man.
Appreciate
go
you,
shop.
Charles, for coming in, man. Rapping with us, baby.
sure.
Always a
Appreciate
pleasure.
you. For sure.
And we out.